What is up, YouTube? Today is Friday, so you know what that means. It is time for another Icyymike video on Civilization VI, discussing everything new with the game. In this week's episode, I'm going to be covering a live stream that was broadcasted that really delved deeper into the game regarding religion and a couple of other things. Also this week, 3 new civilizations were revealed, and those were Norway, Congo, and India. The revealed trailers are on the Sid Meier's channel, so go check them out, but I'll be breaking them down into greater detail in my Breaking Down Civilizations Part 2 video, so look out for that in the next few weeks. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the biggest revelation from this week, and that was the religious side of the game. Now, for those of you who are familiar with Civilization V vanilla game without any DLC did not even have religion included. The DLC added and filled in that gap with religious aspects, and basically all it was is you picked a religion and it would spread throughout your civilization and throughout the map based on your population and your faith and all of that. But there wasn't really, it just kind of happened naturally and organically based on your buildings. But Civilization VI is actually building on that premise and adding a lot more, which is kind of exciting. Whether it's going to change the game up completely, I'm not really sure, but it definitely adds a whole nother route that people can take, and I'm excited to talk about it. So in this screen grab, you can actually see the religious victory conditions. So it is confirmed religious victories are going to be possible in Civilization VI. And as you can see, it says, to achieve a religious victory, religion must become the predominant religion for every civilization in the game, both for major and minor civilizations. A religion is predominant if it is followed by more than 50% of the cities in a civilization. So there you have it. That is how you win with the religious victory. So what can you do to accomplish that victory? Well, that is kind of what we learned this week. Not only does religion spread just like it did in Civilization V, naturally, organically, and through buildings, but they now have added what is called religious combat. And in this religious combat, we have religious units. We have apostles, missionaries, and a third unit called inquisitors. Now, they didn't really show us much with the inquisitors, as they kind of talked about them, but I'll go through each one. So apostles are what we would refer to as an offensive religious combat unit. They are twice as expensive as missionaries, but they can be used offensively to spread the religion and to fight off missionaries. So this is really good to spread your religion and your religious reach, I guess. And you can see in this video clip that the apostle is fighting the missionary, and so this is what the combat looks like. Now, missionaries are used defensively. They're not used to attack, but they're used to fight off apostles, and so they're really just kind of stick to your own territory and maintain religion. And the inquisitors, which they didn't really show off, as I mentioned, they are apparently super strong. They're a strong religious unit when they are in their own territory. So it is yet to be seen exactly what they can accomplish and do, but all we know is that they're going to be a very strong unit, probably more expensive. So there you have it. That's pretty much the information we have regarding religion. It's similar to Civilization V in the way it spreads. The victory conditions are pretty standard, but the religious combat is what's new, and that adds a whole new section of the game that will be new to us as gamers and players. So let me know what you think of this new religious combat system in the units. I'd love to have your opinions on it. For me personally, anything that adds a little bit more content to the game that's not DLC is freaking awesome. I think this is actually going to make religious victories a little bit more fun to achieve, because in Civilization V you didn't really get much out of it, but now that you have to add combat to it, it's going to make the progression more worthwhile, and I think the religious victory will be a more popular one than what it was in Civilization V. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Okay, so now that we've talked about religion, which was this week's biggest revelation, I now want to highlight a few things that we also saw in this live stream that I think are important to talk about. The first thing being immersion. Civilization VI, I think, makes leaps and bounds in gamer immersion. From Civilization V, I really didn't feel immersed in the game and the decisions. I just feel like it was a strategy game. It was fun, and there's no hate against it. I loved the game, but in terms of immersion, I just don't think it was there. And I think that's something the developers are really focusing on for this iteration of the game, is adding more immersion. We're seeing the leaders be more lively. They're talking to us more. The decisions that we make and the intel we're getting is a lot more detailed. And then we see things like the day-night cycle and the World Wonder screen that popped up whenever they built a World Wonder. And these are things I want to show you because they really add to the immersion. So here is a short clip of the World Wonder screen that we saw during this live stream. And just let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. Now, as you can see in this video, this World Wonder was built in the sunset. And this is because there's now a day-night cycle in the game. And this can be edited in the game options screen, which I'll show that screen grab here in a second. But I want to iterate that this game is now played in day, night, dusk, or dawn, which really adds to what I refer to as the immersion of the game. And I don't know, to me it just adds a lot more to the game, and it's super exciting to see them do things. And honestly, seeing this live stream this week really made me comfortable with the graphics. I know we talked about it being questionable last week, that there was a lot of people that really didn't like it. I was on the fence on it. I could get past it. But I think with everything that they're doing with Civilization VI, I think the graphics are perfect. It's really growing on me as I see more gameplay. But yeah, so there you have it. I do want to show you the screen grab of the game options screen that we saw, just so you can see all the different capabilities we have. And so here it is. We have quick combat, quick movement, auto end turn, a tuner, the tutorial whether to enable, disable, how many turns between autosaves, and then how many autosaves to keep. Then here's what they were showing off with the day-night cycle, the time of day currently, and then whether you animate the time of day. All that is customizable. Super good stuff there. Love all those options. Unfortunately, they didn't show any of the other options like graphics, audio, language, all that, but you can see there's key bindings. All that is going to be important for a strategy game, so we know it's going to be there. So no need to worry about that. But I definitely wanted to show you guys because I think options are just as important in any part of the game. Now, the last few things I want to talk about in this video are pretty simple, and we've kind of talked about them, but again, I just want to highlight them. First, I want to note that trading posts are established in cities you've traded with in the past. Now, we've talked about trading posts when they were established. Those are what created the roads. But now trading posts that are established in cities you've traded with in the past, that's important to note, as well as trade routes that pass through a city with trading posts, they're going to give more gold. So that's good to know. So if you want to increase your gold consumption, trading posts become a little bit more important. Also, we talked about casus belli in the last episode. There is a casus belli for denouncing a civ. So you can denounce one and that'll be a cause for war, but the con to that is you have to wait at least 5 turns after you denounce to attack. But this changed the warmonger penalty to moderate, from moderate to heavy in the early medieval era when they did this. It's just something I wanted to note. Let me know what you think of that. And then also the last thing that we really saw from this live stream video was that you gain different bonuses from coastal raiding when you're raiding different tiles on the coast. So plantations and holy sites give faith, mines and camps give science. Those are a couple examples, but so that makes raiding a little bit more viable option, especially with, if you saw the Norway reveal, they're going to be a strong coastal raiding empire, so this kind of goes in line with that. They're going to be super useful because they have embarking and disembarking very early compared to other civilizations. But we'll talk about all of that in my other videos on breaking down civilizations. But that's what I have for this week's episode. Just a couple different changes, or a couple different things that I wanted to talk about regarding graphics, game options, and then most importantly was the religious combat. I mean, that's a whole new game mechanic to us all, and I think it's going to add a little bit more to the gameplay and make religious victory a little bit more fun to accomplish. Let me know what you guys think of all this in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button. And also, if you want to be updated on all my content, do not forget to subscribe, because every Friday is a new Civilization 6 video. Every Saturday is a new Civilization 5 episode. So make sure you get updated for all that stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.